Welcome to Missouri Sports Talk. I'm your host, Cameron Staley. Today I'm here with
Caden Goodson.
Caden, Jefferson Jays soccer player. I'm kind of messing up my words here. So thanks for coming on.
Sure.
We're making history today.
Yes, we are.
So we've got Ethan Lip over here. If you want to roll in here, say hello.
What's up, guys?
This is the first time I've ever had two people come for an interview. I've tried pretty hard to do that. And it seems like nobody wants to come with anybody. So it is what it is. I guess nobody else has friends, but you guys are best friends. So I appreciate you guys coming out together. So obviously we got to do the hot seat. So I've got 10 questions for you.
Baby.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Favorite food?
Steak.
Okay, if you could live anywhere, name it.
Florida.
What's a skill you want to learn?
Speak Spanish.
Okay, if you could meet anyone, who would it be?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, last show you watched?
Outer Banks.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Pre-game ritual?
I don't have any.
Okay. Favorite song?
Pray for Love by Travis Scott.
If you could time travel, would you go future or past?
Future.
Okay.
No, past.
Okay. And what's a hobby you have?
Video games on the side.
Okay. All right. So I got 15 questions for you here. And then since we're doing something new today, we have another person here. I'm going to let Ethan end it off with a question, and he's going to close the show out. So what you'll say, I guess we didn't kind of rehearse this. I kind of gave you the idea. But what you'll say after you give him the questions, just say, "This has been Missouri Sports Talk. See you next time." And that's the video. So that's how I roll around here. So we're going to have some fun today. So, Caden, we got to start off. What position do you play? And what is your role at that position?
So I've always been like a born striker. I've always liked scoring. But the past 2 years I've been in the midfield, like an 8 role, which is, right in the middle, distributing, passing, setting up strikers for shots on goal. Unfortunately, our strikers didn't really do that well this year, and that showed in our season. And I ended up being one of the strikers was Tuck Feeler. Shout out to Tuck. He was leading scorer. But yeah, we were kind of like the dynamic duo. I would always assist him. He'd always assist me, back and forth. And as a striker, I played striker for, I want to say, maybe 3 minutes this past season, and it was probably the most fun I had on the field.
So you're kind of wishing that maybe you got the opportunity to strike this year, but
I would have scored more goals for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know how public it is, but you were telling me about it when we met at the basketball game about a week-ish ago, maybe almost 2 weeks ago. You're going overseas.
About, I would say, 90% chance that's going to happen, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So I was actually sitting on the couch with my dad, and I got an email from Raul Valbuena. I think that's helping out botching it. And I saw, because I have an NCSA account, and then he had reached out and said that he saw my film, he liked me as a player, and he saw that I had chosen like a school on my profile, and he asked if I wanted to go overseas, and I was like 100%. So we set up a call, and we talked about it, and then he told me get a passport, and once I get my passport, he'll send it to the university, and then he'll give me the papers, and I can sign.
So why is this something that intrigued you? Because this is definitely a different path than a lot of people would take. If you give just a normal high schooler the opportunity to just move across the sea and go to a different country, they're going to be kind of psyched out about it. They're going to be a little scared. But you're going to face this challenge, and how are you feeling about this?
I'm a little nervous. The coach told me everything's in Spanish. There's always people there that speak English, but his coaching tips, everything's in Spanish, so I'll have to pick up on that pretty quick. And I'm trying to go pro. That's the end goal. And I think going overseas, playing at the highest level that I can for my age is the best route that I could go.
So are you skipping college or are you still going to be like in classes overseas?
I would still be in college. So by the time I get my passport, if it's too late to apply to the university, I would just go there and play for the academy. But I'm planning on studying and playing.
So in the event that you don't end up going overseas, what's your backup plan? Where are you going to be going?
I was thinking about doing the JUCO route, just because the new rule that might come out soon with 4 years eligibility after JUCO, giving the most experience possible. So probably just go into a JUCO route.
So what are your goals when you're either at the academy or doing this JUCO route?
Develop technically, get my left foot a lot better. It's decent. I can use it when I need to, but I just don't want to be so dependent on my right. I want to see the game a lot better, and just play at the highest level that I can and develop as early as I can.
So we've been mentioning it, the academy, we keep saying it. What has this journey been like leading up to this moment?
Like my career or?
Anything, everything.
Okay. Well, I had always thought about going overseas. Like it had always been in my mind, but I'm like, I don't really know if I'm comfortable with it. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know anybody's email or anything like that. So I kind of just was sticking to the U.S. route, and then literally I was thinking about that, and a day later I got the email, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I took that opportunity and told him I was interested, and I've been texting him probably every other day for the past couple weeks. No, about a month or two.
So when did you start playing soccer? And then on top of that, when did you start actually taking this serious?
I've been playing since I was probably 4 or 5, and then I'd always played club. And then it was right when COVID started, I kind of just quit because the club I was with, they had something new happened. And then I was rostered on 3 different teams. I was supposed to be somewhere when I was somewhere else. And it was just a whole mess, and it just kind of fell out. I fell out of the love for the sport. And then I was a freshman. I was like, you know what? Might as well just try it again. Hopefully it'll be different. So I would say right around freshman year is when I really started to love the sport again and get back into it.
So let's switch gears. Let's talk about your high school career. You made it through all 4, obviously, because high school boys soccer is during the fall. It falls under the fall athletics, I guess. The start of it is during the summer in August and September. So your freshman year, you ended up going 13 and 11. I'm sorry, I almost said 3 and 11. 13 and 11 as a team. So what was the team performance like, and also on the personal level?
Freshman year, I was pretty out of shape, not gonna lie, because I was done. So, but as the team goes, there were a lot of starters or returning players, that had just been to the Final Four a year before that. So everyone's spirits were pretty high going into it. I think that in my sophomore year were probably the year we would have gone the farthest. But we lost second round, I believe, freshman year to Cap City. But, it's unfortunate.
So your sophomore year, as you just said, going far, you guys won a district championship that year, went 15 and 11. This is your one district championship that you got to see during your high school career.
Yeah, that was crazy. I just remember. I remember the game, but I mainly remember the bus rides. As a team going up to William Chrisman, and for 3 times, and then the bus rides back, and just the bonding we had as a team, and it was a great experience. I'm glad that I got to experience that.
Your junior year ended up going 7-11 and 3. This was the second worst team record that you guys ended up having during your high school career. But how did you end up playing on a personal level?
I don't know. I think everyone's confidence kind of was at a low after once that we were probably halfway through the season because we just came off a district title season, and then we come in and we're losing a lot. Nobody's confidence is great. We're trying to stay in it. I think I played decent, but I could have been more involved in the play. But I was a striker, but our midfield and our defense, it was just kind of struggling to get the ball up the field. But I had 2 goals my junior year, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, we struggled to get to the forwards' feet.
Senior year ended up going 7-12-2. As you said, you ended up moving to the midfield to help out a little bit more. As you just said, the midfield wasn't the greatest during your junior year, so you go to the midfield and start helping out. How did this season go?
I think for me, it went great. I got a lot of exposure, a lot of touches on the ball, a lot of me distributing and development for the play. I finished with 5 goals, which is actually second leading, which, only 5, it kind of shows, but, no shade to the team. We just didn't have people that could score. And then I had 4 assists, 4 assists. But yeah, it was a good season. I really enjoyed it, even though we lost first round. I'm glad that I got to experience high school soccer.
So as you wrap up your high school career, what'd you guys say? How many days left?
102.
102 days left. When your video's up, 101. When Ethan's video's up, 99 days left of school. So as you wrap up your high school career and move on to whatever you're going to be doing, what's the best advice you've ever gotten on the field or off? Anything?
That's tough. All I can really remember is just my dad always just saying, just work. Just whatever you do, just give 100%, 110%. Just if you don't want to be there, act like you do. Just own it and just keep working.
So what's training like for you during the off seasons? Obviously you have a really big opportunity coming up. So what has it been for you to stay in shape and get ready?
For staying in shape, it really consists of just with suicides. Everyone hates those, but they help. The pacer test too, or what I also do is, so on the long side of the field, I'll jog and then I'll sprint the short side, jog, and do a whole lap, and then I'll sprint across like an X, and then cut across and sprint like an X, jog across, jog down, and just kind of. It's really hard to explain, but that one is really good, and it gets you tired.
So the last question I have for you, in our first senior profile in 4 months. It's been that long. Wow. I've been so focused on highlights that interviews have just kind of gone right over my head. So once again, I want to thank you guys for coming out. So I want to ask you, before we turn it over to Ethan, what is your career mindset after you're done playing soccer? What are you going to be doing with your life?
Hopefully just chilling in a mansion. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully I make it pro and able to just enjoy. Actually, I'd probably like to get into coaching.
Coaching, okay.
Maybe coaching my dad, because my dad's always been my coach for the longest time. And then he always helped out during high school too. He was the club coach for me, when I got into high school. And he's really close with my high school coach as well. So, but yeah, probably either chilling or coaching.
So in the scenario, you're 36 years old, and you have a very, very nice house. You don't quite have that mansion, but you have a nice house. And the Jefferson City Jays call you and ask you to be the head coach for the soccer team. Are you taking it?
What's my occupation before?
Soccer.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, I'll probably take it.
Okay. All right, let's get to Ethan.
All right, I have one question.
Okay. Okay.
What is the thing that you value most in life?
Probably family,
Family?
and friendships, and soccer,
I like
and
it.
scoring, and whatnot.
scoring.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
All right.
Throw back to Elias. 45-yard banger.
Game-winning goal. in
Overtime. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this. This is Mid-Missouri Sports Talk, and we'll see you next time.